Welcome back to my channel, guys. Man, I've been building. First things first, I truly want to say rest in peace, Technoblade. You see, when I was 22, I started playing Minecraft, and I played for a solid 3 weeks. And within that, I got hooked. It was fun. I was enjoying myself. I was playing with my nephew, my older sister, her boyfriend. Like, everyone was having a good time. And then, you get busy when we fall off. But within that time period, I watched a man named Technoblade, and he took over the game. He's definitely a legend, and he passed away, due to cancer. So I would like to say, rest in peace, Technoblade. But at the end of the day, Technoblade never dies. And with that introduction out of the way, let's talk about Greg. This is the man I'm pulling right now. Greg is from, I think, Idaho, Utah. Man, I'm so bad with states. I think I heard it briefly, possibly from those two states, or he's definitely with the Corey Miller, Isaac Luna gang. I got to pull with Greg. I think he has 2 years in, maybe a year and a half. I'd say he's getting there. Horsepower needs a little bit more work. I think he has the fundamentals down. I think a little bit more training, a little bit more table time will do him justice. It was a good time pulling Greg, and the fact that he pulls with Corey Miller and Isaac, I got to learn a little bit more about those two guys and how they train and how they feel like, but I've yet to meet them in real life. All right, we got John Neal. Man, John's left is getting pretty good, pretty darn strong, pretty darn spicy. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna try to not say or ahs in my videos, or just definitely reduce them. I think John hurt his left, I'd say 3 weeks ago, and now he's getting back to action, and it just feels like a he feels strong. Now his right hand, man, that was just not informative at all, but his right hand is stupid. It is what in tarnation levels of power. Luckily, I was able to catch him on 2 fresh for fresh matches, and I think I did pretty well. I mean, John really took off about a year ago on his right arm. He just said, I'm just gonna leave the pack. I'm just gonna leave everyone behind. And John's right is horrendously overpowered. So the fact that I got a good catch and I managed to get him close on 2 matches means I'm doing work. I'm doing work behind the scenes, and things are starting to take off on my right hand. My left arm felt amazing that day. Even though he got the win, it was a 1-1. I got 1 win, he got the other win. I would love to pull John fresh another time. Mr. Sean Minnick. He's rising. He's climbing fast. I still gotta gatekeep him. Sean's so nice. But you gotta be a gatekeeper. That's just how the game works, That's how this game works. Yeah, boy. Gatekeepers. Gatekeepers are us. You know how it is. You want to see people succeed, but you don't want to see them get too strong. Just not as strong as you. I think everyone feels that way, and everyone's trying to not be left behind and run ahead of the pack or do things differently to just get that edge. So that's just the nature of the game. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Train, don't complain. That's what Jacob Abbott always says. Now look at Chris showing up all fresh and late. Well, he was working, that's why he was fresh. But his right is just the side pressure on Chris's right is becoming very powerful, to the point where it's a little bit too much to handle. And I definitely need to be fresh 100% to give Chris something competitive. I definitely don't like losing. But everyone needs to stay on their own journey. Everyone takes their own time. Everyone has their own pace. So I'm not stressing. Sport's way too fun to be stressing over stuff like that. So let's see. Coming up tomorrow, I get to train with James Foster. That's right, fellas. I get to train with a whole different environment. I get to head over to the academy and pull with the 6'5", 330 giant. And in the meantime, I'm bringing my buddy Ryan. I'm bringing my buddy Anthony, and I'm bringing my buddy AJ. I'm only gonna carpool with Ryan because those other fellas got cars. But you know, having Anthony and having AJ in the mix, it's gonna be interesting having those worlds collide. It's interesting when you meet people. You are bombarded with their own stories, their own perspectives, their own opinions on life, and so you kind of get a gauge of character and how you feel around them. You know, it's just like energy wise and stuff. And so when you see them together, or when you see them together, it's like worlds colliding. It's like, oh wow, this anime series happens to exist in this anime series, or maybe that's how I see it. It's gonna be interesting to see AJ and Anthony collide because AJ is very technical, very patient, and Anthony's just like, power now. I'm from Romania. Eastern Europeans are better than Americans. You already know it. So I just want to see that collide, see that collision. And in terms of Ryan, he hasn't been training as much as I would train because man's working. You know, he's a mover. Man works it's incredibly hard. He averages like 12,000 steps a day, and those levels of cardio is far superior than mine. Some days he gets like 35,000 steps, and that's just ridiculous. If I got 35,000 steps a day, I would not want to do anything. I would just want to sleep. But this man's still able. He's still able to bench, or you know, he's still able to get some training in, but probably not as much as a person like myself who, you know, doesn't work that often. Maybe like 2-3 times a week, sometimes less. So my training is more consistent than he is. But Ryan's coming in at like 168 pounds, so I think his mindset is different. I think he's more like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go in and bang and save myself for another day. So still safe, but very, very manly. You know, just working like a motherfucker and training, and then going to arm wrestle, and then working the next day. It is tough. Damn, it's already been 7 minutes. Here. Let's chop some real quick. I'm not even talking about arm wrestling real quick right now. All right, so we got a little bit less than a minute. So in terms of where I'm at, I'm gonna be super hyped tomorrow. I just get to be training with 3 people who I often don't get to train with. I'm gonna record them, see how they all match up arm wrestling wise. I definitely want to be just a factor. You know, I hate being a non-factor in events that I care about. So it's not really an event, but you know, it's just stepping stones. Eventually, we're gonna be seeing Devil Lorette in that environment. So I want to be there at least one more time before Devin comes. And I see myself being at that academy maybe once every other week, maybe once a month. Just see my big buddy James and see how it goes. Plus, novelty. It's always nice to change it up. All right, that was it. That was me, Ben Billing. I'll see you guys out. Bye bye.